So I got in my head pretty deep about this one, so I wanted to talk about it. For those that don't know, I use a bunch of different tools in my automation workflow and all this stuff. Some of the tools, they overlap. It just makes sense. And I mean, there's an interesting thing that happens when you have more than one tool that can do the same job. You start picking tools based on how well you use them and how well you use them in that particular situation. For instance, if you have a screwdriver and you have a flathead screwdriver, but the screw is for a Phillips head screwdriver, you can use that screwdriver. It works. Does it work as well as a flathead? Some might say yes, some might say no. You can use a butter knife. There's a lot of different tools that allow you to do a thing. Now, I say all of that to preface what I'm going to talk about, which is a little technique that I have kind of figured out. I mean, it's not rocket science. I'm not the first person to ever do this. I'm just probably one of the first people to actually talk about doing it because it seems simple. But I wanted to highlight it because it's one of those things that if we don't talk about the strange and the weird use cases, when other people figure it out and they figure that no one else has talked about it, some people might go, this is a great opportunity for me to make my mark on the internet industry. But then other people might feel like it's dumb. And that's not cool. That's what I felt when I started working on this project. One of the tools that I use is called Bunch. It basically is a launcher for applications, scripts, settings for your machine, and it allows you to control how you do things when you open a bunch or close a bunch just being the file with the instructions on what to do. Now, Bunch has a bunch of great features in it. I see what I did there. There are a lot of great features in Bunch, but one of the things that I really like about it is the ability to schedule out when you want these workflows to trigger. So I can say I want them to run, once a week on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. I can say I want them to run every day at 8 a.m. or that's kind of it. I thought it would be cool if there was this cron job-like functionality in my Bunch scheduling. A cron job is a task that is run based on the schedule that you define using this assemblage of, asterisks and numbers where depending on where the asterisk is, it could mean every whatever, and it's broken down by year, month, date, hour, minute. I think it's only to the minute. I don't think you can do seconds. Once a month, I do the billing for any side work that I do, any contract stuff that I have, videos that I might make for other people. And I do that once a month. And if I forget to do it, I don't get paid. And that's a problem because I like getting paid. So I used the only tool that I knew that could execute an X callback URL, which is how I will call the bunch, and that was Keyboard Maestro. Here's where I felt dumb. Keyboard Maestro has the ability to do everything that I'm doing within the bunch. It was the flathead screwdriver for the Phillips head screw. I'm sure if I hadn't gone on this long diatribe, the comments would have read,
"It's silly, you could have just done all of this in Keyboard Maestro and been done with it."
And you're right, I could have, and it wouldn't have taken a long time. This is a very simple example for what is inherently a very simple task. However, if there's more than one tool in your arsenal that accomplishes the job, use the one that you reach for first, because over time you will gain mastery in that tool. So you have to do everything in your power to avoid saying this is a bad example to use product X with, and instead I should be using product Y. Again, for this example, it's very simple. I probably could have used either tool and been done with the project in a matter of minutes. But I used the tool that I was most comfortable with. And when I realized that there was a deficiency in the tool that I reached for, I went and grabbed the other tool and made the adjustments. I hope that this encourages you to keep playing with whatever tool you chose that you want to play with. That's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, if you had problems with it, if you have your own thoughts or opinions, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe. But until next time, I don't know, go do something productive or something.